Welcome to the attunement for the moon. I'm very excited because I just received the Sphere and Sundry Exalted Luna bath salt. The way that I use this, I might use a little bit in the bath, but what I like to do with the salts so they go farther is to make a mix of salty water, basically put it in a little spray bottle, or put a pinch of it in, say, a pocket or my shoes or something. And it's got some herbs. It smells, I can't tell you what it smells like. It's kind of lemony and piney, kind of like a wintry. Well, get it for yourself and see. It's very complex scent that I'm getting from this, and it makes me want to just sit here and smell it. Okay, so for my moon altar, I have a photo which represents the moon and all her phases. I have some cold water for offering, bottle of sand, also shells and things that come from the sea, since she exudes such a high influence over those. I have a crab claw. This was from a crab that I personally caught on the coast of Crimea. I found a second use for it, which is for my moon ritual, because the moon rules Cancer. Incense, which is from the earlier Sphere and Sundry Luna in Cancer. And with my Exalted Luna bath salt, it came with this prayer that I'll be using instead of the Orphic hymn today. So let me light the incense. Luna, 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 Ceres, lamp of night, mother of all, see that we are well fed and fully grown in every area of life and being. Make it so we are divinely nourished to our fullest potential, that our minds are clear, calm, and still, as are our spirits. For you are wise, contemplative, and sure in your queendom. See that our vessels and environment are beautiful, bountiful, and full of nurturing. Make our lives rich wherever there is richness to be had. Increase our capacity to carry and to hold, to absorb and to maintain. I'm going to pause here to say that the moon, with its ability to reflect the sun and its position, is always in flux, and it's the phase from the new moon when it's dark to the full moon. If you want to work with those energies, you can be more conscious about going forward, accumulating something new, increasing, and then after the full moon, you can direct your energy a little more inward, see what has transpired for those previous 2 weeks, and then see what hasn't worked, what you can let go of. It's your time to be less active and more observant of what have your efforts produced and how you would like to either add in the next cycle or what you need to let go of. So that's a very basic way of working with lunar energy in our lives, because it has these very distinct cycles that we can very easily track and follow. Also, what the moon does is, as it goes around the whole zodiac in a month, it will hit every one of your placements in your natal chart. So if you want to start learning more about transits, the moon is a great place to start, because you can note for yourself when it For example, when it conjuncts your sun, or when it squares your sun, or trines, or is opposite from your sun, or any other placement, you can see over a course of a few months or a year if anything consistently comes up for you when the moon is doing her rounds. It's a very good entry point for starting to learn astrology, starting to learn how your chart reacts to transit. Okay, so I'm going to try to find my spot again. Bring the greatest of health, wealth, and wisdom to us all. See that the fruits of our labor come to full term and are perfect in every way. For these have the good grace of your infinite and perpetual blessing. See that we are long-lived and persistent in beneficent lunar virtues. Beautiful, gracious, and capable. Bring sound sleep, tranquility, optimal digestion. I'm going to pause again. What's interesting is when I started doing moon attunements a couple of years ago, I had to go use the bathroom right after I was finished. Anytime I did it, that was the case. And I'll talk a little bit more about that, how the moon is the closest thing to ruling over our incarnate bodily states. Not only that, but that is one of her main kind of archetypes and functions. Okay. Bring sound sleep, tranquility, optimal digestion, equanimity of mind, and increased memory stores. See that we maintain our gains and our interest compounds ever in our favor. Improve and stabilize our relations, promoting their long-term viability. Bring our children good temperaments, long life, and emotional and mental stability. Luna, mother of all, I pray for your blessings. Okay, so that was the Sphere and Sundry invocation. I think it captures really beautifully how we can ask the moon to rule over so many things, such as stability, which is not born from consistency like the sun that comes out every morning and it shines and it goes down. The moon is changing in her cycles, but in her cycles there is what you can count on. You can count on the change, and you can count on the change being regular. It allows for that flexibility of variation, but within that variation there's a marked cycle. The moon being bodily but also emotional can help us regulate our habits and balance that equilibrium between mental and physical health, such as certain routines like improving our health routines in turn improves our mental health, and vice versa. If you take steps to get a mental illness treated, that may in turn give you more kind of control over your physical world, over your body feeling better, and will in turn promote better mental health also. So all of those things that work together, like as you can see in this picture, it's almost like a yin yang. So the moon really helps us think about balance, but a balance that has clear or different parts to it. So it can help us just to meditate on what can be improved, and as that gets improved, it will pull other aspects of our life into a greater balance also. And it's like kind of like a spiral of health that can be started by just pulling out one string of the yarn. If you find some place where you can make change, even if it seems inconsequential, you can start to unravel the bigger patterns in your life and they may also benefit and produce results that you weren't even aware of. That's how I like to think about the moon, and this is the kind of things that I think about while I perform a ritual and just meditate on some concepts of how can I use the moon's archetype in my everyday life. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. You can find yourself a mantra also to recite 108 times. Thank you for watching.